person basically on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
बड़ा कम ऐसा
That
होता है कि
part.
सामने कोई बैठ के ब्लश करना शुरू कर दे but Maheen,
Yeah, by the way, all my secrets are on my face. You will see me when I'm uncomfortable or when I'm like feeling nervous. You will see it on
no
my
but
face.
I don't want you to be
No,
uncomfortable or nervous. I want you to completely be comfortable.
Hmm.
Maheen, this is your first drama serial and इससे पहले आप पाकिस्तान में भी नहीं रहती थी और आपने ड्रामे इंडस्ट्री के साथ भी कोई ऐसा ताल्लुक नहीं जो आप जानती हो कि मैंने ये करना है या ये करना है.
No.
So let's begin like from the start a little bit. Not right from the start, but so you were not raised here, you were not born in Pakistan.
No. I was born in Ireland.
Right.
And I lived there for 10 years. And I then moved to the Middle East. I moved to Saudi before moving to Bahrain. And then I finished my high school in Bahrain. And then uske baad, I moved to Toronto for university.
Right.
And then I was working there. Obviously, after university, I was working there. And I was like, I want to come back to Pakistan. Because I'd only come, you know, like when you come for cousins' weddings.
Family, yeah.
Or like December break. And it was always 2 weeks.
Huh.
So I was like, I feel like there's something to be said about like living in the country you're from and like getting in touch with your roots.
Right.
So I came here and then it was meant to be 2 months.
Meant to be 2 months.
Yeah. It was meant to be 2 months.
You're by training and profession a graphic artist. So उसमें कोई interest नहीं.
I mean, hey. I mean, I still do it.
You still do that, right?
I was actually on set like when we were still shooting and I was with my laptop and I was like, एक चीज मुझे कुछ submit करना है. लेकिन I'm still a graphic designer. That's how it all started. I was doing design for Azan's album.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to explore Pakistan and I'll do this simultaneously. It's technically work, like, and then I'll like go. And then while I was doing his design, I met at the Shamsir. And
who was directing his video?
Who was directing the video.
Of course, Main Tera.
Yeah. And then he was like, we want a new face, so would you like to do it? Then he kind of auditioned me, briefed me. And then I was like, okay, fine. It's like an experience.
And you became the little French cafe girl.
Yeah. That look is like, oh, I love it.
Love it. Yeah, you look so good.
Yeah.
You look so good. So, after 2 months you came to Pakistan.
Yeah.
And then and you just never went back?
No. And then my parents would be like, acha, ab aa rahi hain aap वापस अब आ रही. Actually, my mom like literally 2 days ago moved to Lahore.
अच्छा.
So she was also like, अब मैं भी आ रही हूँ. हाँ. अब मुझे भी.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So how many brothers and sisters are you?
We're 4.
You're 4.
Yeah. So 2 older sisters, it's me, my sister, and then 2 younger brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they were all comfortable with this transition? Are they?
They didn't know. So,
they didn't know.
So for the longest time, they were like, oh, she's doing design. Acha, ab usne video kar liye. And then every time I'd explain to my brothers, I was like, oh, I'm coming in a drama. Because they don't watch Pakistani dramas.
Right.
So he's like, okay, I'll watch yours, I'll watch yours. Dekhte. And then when I was even doing, my brother was like, how are you going to do a drama? Like, my Urdu, like
Urdu bhi nahi sekhna bolti.
My Urdu aur puri like pata scripts Urdu mein aati hain. And like this is obviously like a lot of I give a lot of credit to my dad and my dadi dada because when we were in Ireland they taught us Urdu. They'd be like घर पर उर्दू ही बात करेंगे.
बोले हम उर्दू में हम.
घर पर हम उर्दू ही में बात करेंगे. And my daddy actually taught us how to read and write Urdu. So that was something that really came in handy when the script came and it was all in Urdu.
It was all in Urdu.
Yeah, it was all in Urdu.
तो ये अच्छी बात है. I mean, I really appreciate जब मुल्क से बाहर जो लोग रहते हैं और वो इन्वेस्ट करते हैं उर्दू बोलने में, अपनी जुबान बोलने में. बहुत लोग नहीं करते, लेकिन जो करते हैं वो फिर फायदा हो जाता है.
I do like I'm like now I can do this.
Now you can do this exactly, and that's great. So पहला project ही आपको एहतशाम मुद्दीन जैसा director मिला ज़बरदस्त. So that must have been quite an experience.
It was because it was like he's such a big name. And then when he asked me, I was like, oh sir, are you sure मैं कर सकती हूँ? Like मैंने कभी किया हुआ नहीं है. Like he's like, just बिल्कुल जैसे यहाँ पे वैसे ही होना है. You know, it's not like a big deal. So then he like kind of briefed me a little bit on the idea. And I
brief क्या थी?
I mean like a cafe hoga or like the big like cafe owner hogi or ये वो. And I was like, oh my god, amazing. Like this whole Parisian French
thing happening.
Yeah. And then they're like, you'd even wear like, I think like they decided to put the beret obviously
the beret
later.
looks so good,
I was like, oh my god, yes. Like when will I get a chance to wear a beret?
Absolutely.
So then so he's like, so do it. And then obviously when I got to set, I didn't realize like how many people were going to be there. I think that was the thing. I remember standing there and Mavi, who was there, I was like, there are a lot of people, right? She's like, there's like a lot of people. I was like, they're all going to just, and like the first shot was mine. So the first shot was the first shot that we see, which is, aapko bas chal kar aana hai, bas tape recorder ko press karna
Press
hai, right?
karna hai.
And I was just like, how do I walk? Like who am I? Like I was having this whole crisis, and then he was just like, bas walk karke bas ye karna hai. And everyone became so quiet, and that was like what I was like, oh, like, and, you know, like you're the person who's doing it, so it's like they're looking at you and all of this, and I just like was so nervous. But I think Ehtisham sir made it such a comfortable experience where he was like, it's really, he would like do the scene over and over again and be like, bas aise hi karna hai, aise hi karna hai. And like it was like the nicest first experience ever.
And you're also very comfortable with Azan, right?
Yeah, because
I mean, family, it's like almost like second family, right?
Yeah. So his my khala is actually best friends with his mom. So I always saw his mom growing up. Not so much Azan. We would be like, because you know you go to school and you go to like different things. But like I think all growing up I've seen him on certain instances, and obviously his mother. I was like a lot closer to his mother. So when I came here and I was like, I'm gonna do the design, she like took me under her wing and she's like, yeah.
And was she like given instructions by your mother? Ke khyaal rakhna.
Oh my, yes. So basically, honestly, a lot of credit to her too, because she was kind of like, I will take care of her. Do not worry. Like whatever she does, jo bhi hoga, hum like brief honge, hame pata hoga kya ho raha hai, this that. So like in that sense, like she's like my go-to person when it comes to like ye script aayi hai, ya like ye project karna hai ya nahi karna, ya interview hai, aaj kya karna.
Right.
And she's like, don't, just be yourself. And then you always think like, who am I? You know, when someone asks you, when someone's like, be yourself, I'm just like, acha, theek hai, then who am I?
So who is Maheen Siddiqui?
What a
weird question. No, but I mean, if you had to sort of talk about yourself, I mean, who would you say you are? Are you somebody who's, I mean, is acting a passion, first of all?
Acting, honestly, I did not know was a passion until I did it. Okay. And now that I've done it, I'm like, up next, kya ho raha hai?
Achha, now you don't want to give it up.
Yeah, I'm like really excited. Although, like I was saying, my dad was like, beta, ab ek dafa shauk pura ho gaya hai. Ab apna behind the scenes kaam hi karo. Because he was loving, I actually AD'd for Ehtisham sir as well. So he was loving when I did that. And
he wants you to stay behind the camera.
Yeah. I was like, ek aur, like let's just
not
see.
Happening, Dad. Not happening.
Let's see what happens. My mom though is thrilled because it's like her in front of her friends. It's like her.
And are they watching the drama?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Great.
Watching the drama, then I get like a 3-minute voice note on the feedback and like, you should have done this, and like, I think you should be like this, and like, I love it. Like, it's all the criticism.
So 101 for newcomers, it's not easy to get into the entertainment industry, the television industry especially. And we hear of a lot of favoritism. A lot of nepotism. You know, kisi ko janta hai to aa sakta hai. And of course, you had your little bit.
I think there is an element of that, if I'm being honest, which is sad, but like also, I don't know how. I feel like there's always like this wall, and like you need a means to jump over that wall.
Right.
And I wish there wasn't that wall.
But is there a fair system for somebody who doesn't have any connections to get in touch with somebody? I mean, or to send a resume or a portfolio.
I feel like recently, which I was like talking to Ehtisham sir about, he had Beehive, which is his production company, and they actually held auditions, which was like a really huge thing. And I was like, this is like how you find new talent, right? Like we have such talented actors at like Napa, and I feel like that was like a really, I think that was like a step towards like not just being that person who jiske paas connection hai wohi aa sakte hain, and that was like a little bit of a step towards everyone, like inclusivity, like everyone, it's like an open call audition and like that. But I feel like, yeah, you're right.
Mushkil hai, right? Mushkil hai. So music video release hui, people saw you. Ehtisham of course had experience working with you. Script aana shuru hui, phir kya hua?
I think Hum asked me to come in and audition for them, so I did, and then I think I auditioned for something else, and then I auditioned for Danish Nawaz, right? And he was like, he told me the script and everything, and I went and auditioned, and actually when I went in, I was like, ye nahi hone wala.